About 20 years ago, Battlefield 1942 was released. Can we try it now? It's not that easy because, EA, they shut down the servers for Battlefield 1942. I think it's almost 10 years ago or something. And the only reason why you can play it right now against other players on internet is because some fans for that this is still a good game. So they made a patch. I'm going to go through just how you do it. Think of it like this. You have the disc, you have the serial, you have everything legal stuff that you need. And you just go ahead and you install it as you would any other game. I mean, if you have an optical drive, that is. If you don't have that, which I really feel you because I don't have that in my gaming PC either, you can do something completely different, but we'll get back to that later, so let's not focus too much on that. You put in the CD or disc or whatever you want to call it, number 1 by the way, you start the install, fill in the serial key, and once it's done you push in number 2, and number 3, and number 4, and it takes forever, but that's how you get it. And yeah, you need to do all that, you need to put in the serial key, you need to, go ahead. And you are finally done, and you can't play it because you have a modern computer. This is a 20-year-old game. You hop into the website teamsimple.org and ask me in chat or something and I can write it. It's teamsimple.org. And you download files for 1942 and you actually get a couple of files. You push it into the folder where you install it on your computer and you just go ahead and play. So you get a bunch of different really nice stuff with that. For the first, you can actually see servers that are up and running, which you can't otherwise because EA's service is no longer live. And get a little bit hard to breathe. And besides that, you get widescreen support, which I mean you didn't have. When I played Battlefield 1942, I had like a screen that was half the size of my current screen, or maybe even less. But the depth, I couldn't fit it on this desk even. It was so huge. It was like you needed 2 people to just lift it and a third one to know where it was going. It's totally sick. Anyway, so I mean. It fixes all that. It's really nice actually. So I'm going to continue a little bit talking about Battlefield 1942 so you know what era it is, because compared to the games today, Battlefield 1942, as you see on screen, it looks like poop. And as you also noticed just now, friendly fire was always on. That was a thing at the time. But I mean, so when you compare this, you should know that the games around this time was Counter-Strike was released I think 1999. Quake 3 Arena was something like 1999-2000. Then came Medal of Honor, Allied Assault. That was actually same year, 2002. And all these games were focusing on infantry only, and I mean Counter-Strike is like small deathmatch round-ish objective. You have like small objectives sometimes. The Quake 3 Arena is kill everyone and you just spawn, and you kill everyone and you spawn, and yeah, very high tempo. So it's nothing similar. Medal of Honor is, I guess, close, but you have no vehicles still. So in this time, you basically have a shooter or you have a simulator where you played vehicles. So Battlefield 1942 was quite unique in that it combined this, which I think still makes it somewhat unique, even though there are other can't talk. Yeah, coffee, you need it. Yeah, there are other games now, but at that time there wasn't. So then 1 year later, approximately, the first Call of Duty were released, and we're not going to talk about Call of Duty because, yeah, it wasn't. I think it was Call of Duty 4 where it really like boomed, and that was a couple of years later, and 1942 wasn't really a thing at that time anymore. Anyway, so the controls very simple, like I mean, like any other game. I know some people are complaining that the Battlefield today, the new Battlefield, doesn't really feel like a Battlefield game. It feels more like Call of Duty. But the thing is that Battlefield has, I mean, they have all the time, they have used the same, try to emulate a similar movement to other games. I mean, so what you could do in this game, you could run, you could crouch, you could prone, and you could jump. And if you say compared to Counter-Strike, you could of course not prone. Prone was like, I'm not sure if you could do that in Medal of Honor either, maybe. But that was like a cool new thing, which sounds a little bit strange. And actually, you could, when you were running, you could you could push shift, but the difference compared to something like today, where you sprint faster, is that in this you start to walk instead. So, as you yeah, and it was a little bit like you could do a lot of things in this game. It felt like they didn't take it too serious. It is what shall we say, a short preview of 1942, like a little bit throwback Thursday, I guess you could call it. And as you can see, they had a couple of expansions as well. They had Road to Rome, and Secret Weapons of World War II, which this one is from. I'm just going to mention also, as I said before, I have no optical drive in my gaming PC. I actually solved it by taking an old PC, hooking up on my network, and then just sharing the drive on my network.